Get ready, because we got a pile more mods added to Mod Hub today for Farm Sim 25. In total, 42 mods released. All platforms got 28 new and 4 updates, and PC Mac players got 9 new and 1 update. And if you're curious why I've got a Bednar BatWing in front of a bunch of trees, well, we'll explain later in the video. Hey, if you like staying updated with all the latest mods of Farm Sim, get subscribed. Let's check them out. Starting off today, new ones for all platforms. I have the John Deere CCS 2117 planter. This is a direct drill planter as well, so you won't have to worry about doing any cultivating or plowing or anything like that in order for it to go in. You've got a capacity of 4,320 liters. This is going to include the fertilizer unit. However, you can, well, it says remove. There we go. It's yes, and no. So there you go. You can remove that completely, bringing your seed down to 1,135. I would definitely recommend running something. So for some reason, it does add a few things here and there. I'm not quite sure what's going on. This mod in particular has been a little bit interesting ever since I loaded in. When I back out, my game freezes, but it pops back up a second or two later. It's definitely something weird going on. Nonetheless, we do have multiple different setups for joints. These take forever along towards the front. Spring protection, you've got those as well, yes or no. Lighting, we also have that, yes or no, around towards the back. Cutting system, you've got discs. You also have furrows, so that's nice. And then ridge markers of yes or no. Pricing's not too bad, $77,000. And the way I've got it set up is $84,000, although you can go a little bit higher than that. 205 horsepower is required, 7.6 meter working with, 7 miles an hour. Next one's a fun one. This is the Bednar BatWing, and it's got multiple different working modes. So you could either have it as a mower, so it's a mower with widespread, a bush hog, so a mower and stump grinder. You could turn it into a swather, which is a mower with a swath drop, a mulcher, like a normal mulcher in the game, stump grinder, or the destroyer, which is a mulcher and stump grinder. Pretty wild, huh? 7 meters to 125 horsepower is required, 15 mile per hour max speeds based off of the Bednar BatWing in the base game. We do have multiple different wheel options for you guys. A trash fan, just like the one in the base game. And then you've got main, detail, frame, and rim. Not quite sure what detail is, so I do want to check that out. Holy cow, that's a lot of black colors. Why don't we go with blue? Blue for the main seems nice. How about we go for a nice yellow for the design? There you go. That's pretty cool. Or detail, rather. Frame, believe frame is frame. We'll go with red just so you can kind of see what that is. And, well, rims are rims, so we won't worry about that. Once you get it into the field, this is where you get to change up the different working modes. And it's just like it would be if you were doing something like a mower, for example. You go right bumper, and then you got your left stick, and you can go through all of the different setups. Now, if you're curious, you know, what brush hog did, for example, well, you can easily find that on the Mod Hub in the description, or just go back and check out the video again that I did just a second ago. Video? Clip? Something for sure. All right, let's move on. Our next new one for all platforms is the Massey Ferguson LB2234XD Gen 2 Baler. Goodness gracious, what a name. So this mod has been around for a little while now, and it's good to see it returning from KRKZ Modding. We do have 200 horsepower required, 15 mile per hour max speed, and it will do 180, 220, and 240 centimeter square bales. Nothing wild and crazy about this one. It is exactly what it says it does. So you got different wheel brands, including a square bale, twine, and all that good stuff. Plus you've got a color setup here, which is actually going to be the frame of it. Now, the reason for this is you've got a Agco Gray or the Massey Ferguson Dark. But because we have color options for this, if you've got the Giant Software color mod installed, you can change this to whatever you want, so you can make it all match if you would like. Next on our list today is the Lizard 20T trailer from Fast Farming. This is the Lizard version of their Red Rock 20T trailer, so if you guys are on console and you wanted to use a Red Rock, but of course can't get the branding, well, this might be about as close as you're going to get. This will hold 24,000 liters of stuff, but it'll also do 40,000 with the silage extension on the top, and we've got a couple different sides for that. They'll also run a 36,000 liter capacity if you want it. Now, we do have multiple different wheel brands. We've also got customization options like side markers, which could be added. Very subtle, but very nice. A rear decal, which is kind of changed up a little bit between red and, well, it says standard. Kind of changes the logo a bit, but just goes back to standard again. All right, new mud guards. We've got no or yes. So where are those at? Where's our new mud guards? Is that around towards the front? It is towards the front. Never understood why those go on the front. Hey, if you know, let me know. We also have a hose holder galvanized. So that could be around towards the front. Front ladder, you can add that, or a catwalk, or both, which is very nice and handy. And you've even got the cover yes or no with all of the attachments for it around the outside. And lastly, if you're wanting to change up the color, you can easily do that. You've got color for the body, the secondary, which I'm not quite sure what that's going to be changing up. Oh, okay, so just kind of like some bits and pieces all around it. That's pretty cool, I like that. Even the tension belt color, you can change that too, look at that. That's so cool. If you've been playing Farm Sim for a long time, well, you may recognize this guy. This is the Betimax RDS 7500 from Joskin. This bad boy will hold animals. Oh yeah! Down at the bottom, we could take a look. 6 cows, 9 pigs, or 10 sheeparooskies. Otherwise, no customization options. Our next one is the Lizard VM44 1997. It holds 44,000 liters, and I feel like it should hold more than that. It just feels like a big chunky boy. Maybe 70 or 80,000? Maybe it's just me. You've got a signaling cone along towards the side. It weighs 12.3 tons by itself. It's extremely heavy. You've got main color and rim color. Both are set to chrome right now, but there are some stuff in there. And also, it's got a trailer hitch on the back, meaning you could hook some stuff up. Now, they say in the mod description that it'll hold water, milk, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, among others. And there are no others. So just heads up there, that's all it holds. What once was part of the base game for years and years and years is now a mod. This is the Joskin AquaTrans 7300. If you've enjoyed using this as part of previous games, well, you may be excited to hear that it is back. As far as this one goes, we do have your multiple wheel options. We've got wheel setups. We do have setups for our design as well, although trying to find out where that is. Oh, it's on the back. I'm the idiot. Sorry about that. You've also got an attacher type, a drawbar eye, or the K80, aka a ball or pin hitch. You do have color options for pretty much everything here. So we have accessories, which can be changed up. We'll go with red there, so you can see that. We've got the barrel color itself, which is there we go. Changing. I was about to say from silver to white, it didn't change anything. I believe because it is set on a texture. So that's probably why it would be. And then we've got for the base frame itself along towards the bottom. But again, for some reason, everyone that mods these, no rim colors and no way to change up the hub color from green. Is it hard? I need to look into it to see if it's that hard. I should just release this myself and do it the right way. Here's something that I believe was from the original Horsch DLC way back in Farm Sim 17. Goodness, it's been a while. The Slurry Tender 21,000. Of course, 21,000 liter capacity. 170 horsepower is required, and it's got a max speed of 49 miles an hour. Which is great because it's not really doing anything. It's not a spreader or anything like that. It is just your tender. The great thing is, I mean, it holds a decent amount, so that is good. It doesn't look like there's a hitch or anything, so it's just going to be running this. Making its return from Farm Sim 22, we've got the Lizard T4000C fuel tank. This bad boy will hold, well, 4,000 liters of fuel, but it is very interestingly designed, and it lets you customize that design, which I find pretty cool. It's also got a trailer hitch on the back, so you can hook multiple of these together if you feel like it. We do have all the wheel options that you could want, as long as they're Continental and Trelleborg, I guess. We do have a twin wheel. I like that one very much. So decorative water tank is a yes or no. Decorative being the key word there. There is no water that's added. Nothing is added on that, so heads up there. We also have your main color, so it'll change up the main color of the machine itself. With the hubs, very nice. Check that out. Whoop, whoop. There you go. Water tank color. You can change that as well along towards the top. The yellow stripe, the brand decal. So you can change that up. So that's everything inside of it. So let's say you didn't want a stripe. We'll just change it to the main color. Bam, there you go. And then rim color. This is how you do colors right here. That's what I'm talking about. Up next, the Lizard PS15. There are two versions of this, one with its own little dolly and one that is a 3-point hitch up. These are pretty sweet. I'll be honest with you. I dig this a whole lot. Both are exactly the same, but this is super cool. I've always really liked fertilizer spreaders that have a little bit of a dolly. We've got something kind of like this from Is it Black Eyes Modding? Somebody like that made something. However, this bad boy right here is a little bit different as it's already there. It's permanently attached. So if you've got a smaller tractor, you don't need to worry. I think that's great. 1,500 liters is plenty for something like this. 14 meters spread at 12 miles an hour. That's great. You even put some chunky boys on there. That's awesome too. Even the main color, design, and rim color. You've got stuff for everything. I'm assuming design's going to be, yeah, it's the gray barrel there, the cream colored barrel. Same setups for the 3-point version as well. So if you're wanting to use this, it's exactly the same. It doesn't really matter either way. Oh, and it holds lime. Well, it doesn't get much better than this. Up next, we have the Horsch Tiger 8MT. This is a cultivator. It's the cultivator version of the Horsch Tiger. What's it called? Hang on. Joker. That's it. So this is a disc harrow. This is a cultivator. It's a regular cultivator. 7.5 meter working wind, 9 miles an hour, 440 horsepower required. Little bit much if you ask me, but it does have a lot of rows for stuff. Fertilizer distribution unit. You can add that if you would like, although you will need the Horsch front tank in order for that to work. And then you even have a top ring roll, which could be added around towards our back. I don't think it's going to do anything, but it is nice to see that. Pretty cool. I love Horsch mods, so I'm all for this, like the Horsch pack and all that good stuff from previous games. As a matter of fact, Horsch is kind of getting some pretty cool stuff in recently. I did a little bit of checking, and it doesn't look like this was introduced in the previous games. We did have the Tiger 6 DT and the Tiger 10 LT. However, we did not have the 8. So here you go. I've already recorded the video, and I've actually already edited as well, but I'm going back looking at a few things in the mod hub, and I've noticed that the Horsch Tiger 8MT is not hooking up to a front tank like I had originally thought. It is hooking up to slurry tanks. So, yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be running fertilizer or maybe slurry's the way to go here. This is kind of neat. So this is the Forrestry Pallet, a place where you could store your chainsaw and spray cans. It will hold 2 chainsaws and it will hold, I think, 7 cans of spray paint. So all you got to do is get a hold of this. We can actually go ahead and buy that. Yeah. Man, everything's taking so long today. I'm not sure why. What's up with FarmSim? It seems to be a little bit laggy. And then you can come over and, as you see, all of the stuff sitting there doing its little thing. Yeah, I think it's kind of neat. Plus, you can pick it up and move it around. So you can pick up a lot of stuff at once and move it all. That's really cool. Man, we got some neat mods today. Alrighty, up next, let's talk about some weights. We got the weight 2,500, 1,800, 1,200 kg. This pack does not include a Fendt, John Deere, and Kloss weight. Those are just some examples. All of them are the same. So let's say you pick the weight that you need. Maybe you need a 2,500 kg or 18 even. 18 is a pretty good setup for a front weight on a nice medium to large tractor. On this, now you can change your sticker. So we have Antonio Carrero, Case IH, Challenger, Kloss, Deutz-Fahr, Fendt, Fiat, JCB, John Deere with the green, John Deere with the yellow, Kubota, Landini, Lindner. Hey, we're heading to Lindner this year. I'm super excited about that. McCormick, Massey, Ferguson, New Holland, Sammy, Stara, Steyr, Valtra, Zator, and nothing. So you could choose the one that you like best. We'll go Case, and then you could throw some guides on there if you want to. And we have the standard set if you don't want that. And then we've got this. So you could change up the color. I want Case red. Boom. Then you're ready to go. Throw this on a Magnum or even a Puma or a Optum, whatever. Any of those tractors. This will work great. Hey, man. Again, super cool. I dig it. If you're more of a safety boy, well, then you can go with the safety weight. This one's available as a weight or not. So without the weight, it weighs 200 kgs. With it, weighs 7. So still not a whole lot. And nice thing is, because it's not super heavy, you can use it on almost whatever you want, including the front or the back. So that's kind of neat. You can see here we've got a logo, which adds lights beside it, which will actually illuminate the logo as well. You see, that's cool. So on here, we've got something kind of similar, but they're a bit out of order. You've got the Lizard, Fendt, Massey, Ferguson, Valtra, AGCO, JCB, New Holland, John Deere only in the green, Steyr, McCormick, Deutz-Fahr, Case IH, Kloss, Kubota, or nada. So the last one we did a Case IH. How's about we do another Case IH, just so you can kind of see what's up with that. So we'll change up our main color to a nice red. We got the frame color around it as well. So you can see that outline. Really, it's towards the back that you see that. not so much around towards the front. And then we have a color for the weight itself. But I'll be honest with you, I want to use this on something that, well, a weight's a little bit much. All right, well, yeah, a little bit silly. I thought we had different tractors in the small tractors for case, but you know what? Still works pretty well. Look at that. When you cut on your lights, you do get the illumination of the logo. I think that's awesome. And you even have the illumination of the side lights here too. So if you're using turn signals, you've got those. Mine are backwards. Do not put this on the rear of your tractor. Your turn signals will be backwards. And then if I go with a... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, will the strobe lights work? No, there are none. All right, moving on. Jumping over to Placeables, there are a couple that I wanted to show you guys in the game first. The first one is the greenhouse wood, because, well, wood in a greenhouse seems a little bit interesting. Plus, it comes with a couple other productions. So let's take a look at the greenhouse wood first. It is a greenhouse that gives you, well, wood. Didn't feel comfortable saying that out loud, but let's move on. How about that? Over here, we can take a look at it. You can do wood from liquid fertilizer, wood from seeds, and wood from solid fertilizer. No, I'm not kidding. You use this like you would a normal greenhouse, and you're basically growing a tree. If you want to think about it like that, you're growing the tree, you get your wood, you get the wood, you build the cabin, and you punch the tree, and all right, too much South Park reference there. 4 wood chips off of that. Liquid fertilizer, seeds, and water, or just seeds and water, or seeds and a little bit of solid fertilizer. This is really neat. I dig this. It's very, very out in left field, but I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. I'm just having a great day with mods, man. I'm in a good mood today. Let's talk about this guy. So this is our carpentry. So this comes with it. So if you wanted to utilize this, you could. Got a nice little area in here if I can get out. And then we've got the same building here, but a couple different changes. And this one's going to be your sawmill. So these that come with it as well, they're meant to be used in combination and conjunction with it. But of course, you can use anything you would like. I just thought it was neat, and I wanted to share it with you. It's a pretty cool mod. The next one is the Farm Mill from DS Power. One of my favorite modders making productions these days. So on here, again, based off of the same shed that we've got from the previous one. By the way, this is a shed that's in the base game, so anybody could utilize it, change it up however they like. In here, you're going to find kind of some neat and different looking setups, and you can make bioflour, or flour bio. I guess it would be bioflour in English. So this could be made from a couple different things. So you could use it from wheat, sorghum, long grain rice, oats, barley, and rice. And then you'll have your flour bio. Now, there's a couple things that you need, like packing material, for example. Well, you're going to be able to find that in here. Wha-bam! Packing material. You can also buy bioflour by itself, if you would like. Now, this one's a little bit interesting for a couple different reasons. Well, number one, packing material. I don't think we've got anything that you can make packing material with a production. And secondly, what is flour bio used for? Well, I don't actually have a good answer for you. I've looked around some of DS Power's other mods, which, by the way, I'm a big fan of their mods. I've been using quite a few of them, including their feed mixing plants in my series. But this one is interesting because neither one of those things are available, as far as I could tell, from their mods outside of this mod. So if you wanted to get a hold of the flour bio or the packing materials, I think you would have to have this mod installed. Maybe down the road they'll have something else, and maybe there's a mod that's missing that we're just not seeing right now that's supposed to be released with this one. Nonetheless, it's there. You can sell this stuff. So you've got your flour bio. You could sell this here. If we jump down, packing materials could be sold as well. So it's not like they're not added to the maps. I mean, I'm on 4 fields right now, and it was added to this map. But I just wanted to let you know, maybe this way it's not so confusing. So the last placeable we're going to take a look at in the game today is the American Midwest Fertilizer Shop. I have a full video on this from Farming Simulator 22, showing off the mod. So if you haven't seen that, and I mean, to be fair, it's been a little while. So go check that out if you haven't seen it already, if you want like a really, really in-depth, detailed look at this one building. If you're like, I'll just get the Spark Notes. Is that an old reference? I don't know. Well, then you can take a look at this. So we've got our silo right here. We've got stuff for liquids. So you grab there. On the outside, here's where you're going to dump them. So make sure you dump your liquids in there. Swinging around here, this is a wash bay, technically. So You could just do your washing in there, and then in here, this is where your solids would be. So there you go. Liquid bin's going to hold 500,000 liters. The green bin here is going to hold up to 1.5 million. It's actually a multi-silo, so it's not just the fertilizer shed. This will hold kind of all the stuff. So it's multi-silo. It will even take pallets and bales, as long as that's in your regular crop stuff. Pretty cool. There's also configurations for color and solar panel. Did I just stutter? I'm developing a stutter. That's not good for someone who speaks. Also on the list today, we did have the biogas plant 1MW. However, this has been removed from the mod hub. We also had the feed mixing plants XXL from DS Power for pig feed and cow feed. Granny's Knitwear, where you can turn cotton, fabric, and wool into clothes. Fermenting silo and grass dryer to make hay and silage. Small wood distributor, perfect for magically transporting logs from point A to point B. The horse stable from Celobuki's Alma, Missouri, holding 20 horses. Open chicken coop with up to 31 chickens. Small shed for small things. Wood shelter for medium things. Barn for other things. And houses deep ranch for probably no things, because these don't look like they have interiors. And lastly, today we have a new map for all platforms, Sobolewo. This is from Tomix. It's got 5 required mods, so not terrible. So that's pretty good, and they didn't make any of them. I just thought that was worth mentioning. That's not something you see every day. It reflects the area of central Poland, and the map you find 2 villages with 2 farms located in them. One small with a pigsty, and the other large barn for cows. You could sell products that you produce at 5 different selling points around the train station, or process them into 2 production points. In total, we've got 158 purchasable fields between 1 and 2 hectares each. Purchasable forestry lands, there's only 1 of them, and water retrieval sources, there's 2 hydrants and 5 ponds. Also, it has a standard seasonal growth pattern. Thank you to the modder for putting that in. Taking a look at our farmland that we own, I'm going to do my best. I'm pretty sure everything's going to be down here and maybe one little spot up here because it's green. Maybe I need to start doing this in multiplayer and changing my color. Ooh, can I change my color by default? That'd be pretty sweet. But we do start with a few little bits and bobs around. So that's very nice. Not standard fields whatsoever. So heads up through there as well. They mentioned it, but here's your crop calendar anyway. Just wanted to show you guys. We do have our animal pen right through here. We've also got some production chains in here. And lastly, we've got all of your crops and stuff like that. And if you're curious, here are all of your starting equipment pieces. Looks like it's pretty similar to the base game, but a couple changes here and there. And as always, here's your required mods. Next, let's talk about updates for all platforms. First one's the Lizard Z263 version 1.1, and it's missing stickers. Kverneland Ecomat 1001, clip distance reduced, color options added, false rotating part on Pacomat fix, and minor adjustments. American Midwest Cold Storage 1002, fixed color configuration, and Small Farmhouse version 1001, change price of house. Jumping over to new mods for PC and Mac players, and we're going to start with a very cool mod, the Farm Vehicle Shop from Yos Modding. This is exactly what you think it is. This is a workshop. It is also the store. So if you've got your vehicles in this area, you can, well, enter the store and buy anything you want and have it delivered to your farm. I am not using this mod right here, the store delivery, so I have that completely turned off. Let's say I want this Farmall right here. Let's just get ourselves one of those. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Well, bam. There it is. It's right here instead of over there across on the other side of the trees where it's supposed to be. How you like them apples? Yeah! There's a couple different versions of this as well. So you're going to go into tools, and it's going to be right here for $5,000. There are multiple versions. You have a small one, you've got a medium or standard set, and then you've got a large set. So the way I would show this is kind of, you could see the small version on the right, which I've got selected, and the large version that we've got put down right now. So you can see we've got kind of thinner lines, building the same size, but the lines are maybe half the width that they would be. So you might only be able to put one row of stuff down. Well, if I were to come in here and go with a standard one, well, the lines are as wide, but they're still a little narrow. Well, we can customize again, go to big, and you get a little bit of a bigger zone. I think this is pretty sweet. I dig it. I don't know what else to say. It's just so cool. And you can see we also have our shop here as well. So if I visit that, bam, we're ready. We ready? Yeah. There's one other thing I want to do is I want to reset this and just see kind of where it goes. And it goes right where it was, except a little bit to the right. Not bad. Yeah, man. Just to show, so we've already deleted it and I'm moving on to the next clip, but I was just like, I wonder what happened if I reset that tractor. Resets it back over to the shop like nothing ever happened. Multiplayer supported and everything. Man. Next new one for PC and Mac players is going to be the Komatsu 951. And I will tell you this, as far as I can tell, this right here is only PC and Mac because of a set of wheel options. These guys right here, they P-Wag, which are just a little bit darker than all of her. So, I don't know, maybe remove them and put it on console? That'd be pretty cool. Am I the only one fighting for this anymore? I don't know. You've got multiple different options, including the Komatsu Smart Crane function, safety frame, extra extinguishers, if it matters to you. We've even got an extra LED bar on the back. And then you've got the design for said LED bar. Although this, man, the front of it tweaks out every time I change something. Can't wait for that to not be a thing anymore in future farm games. I doubt it. We'll find out. Even a sun protection on here. We do have sun protection inside, arm holders, and even the transport. So the transport modes, you can change that up. This one's definitely a lot more compact. Next new one for PC and Mac players, we have the Donnelly trailer pack. And it is a pack. Man, oh man. Quite a few different setups here, so we range anywhere from 17,800 all the way up to 40,400, so I think you should be able to find something that works for you in that range. These are forage trailers, so heads up through there. And speaking of, we can start changing things with our configuration, so this is where we're going to be increasing capacities, or at least changing them, so heads up through there. I like this one. I think it kind of looks a little interesting. Of course, wheel options, wheel setups, decals of old and new setups. They're a little smaller, but they are there in yellow. We do have reflectors, so you can do reflectors side 1, side 2, on the back. All reflectors 1 and 2 and none. Bam! Handbrake, of course, yes and no. And then we also have main color, front color, side color, 10 color. Oh my goodness, so many colors. What does the front color change? I gotta know. Change the paint. Do it. Oh, it literally changes the whole front. Is the side the same? Let's go with a weird green. Help. Let's see. You know what? We got the time. Let's find out. Oh, so if you go with type 2, that green will definitely show up. Well, that'll do it, won't it? And then the 10, yeah? Oh, yeah, the 10's all the way around. And if you're curious, yes, customization options hold true throughout each version. Uh-oh, I froze my game again. This has been happening all day. Something happened with the mods I installed today, and it's freezing my game. I don't like it. Rabble. Moving on. Next on our list for PC and Mac is the Strobel Bulk Tender. This is basically an auger wagon at the end of the day, 7,000 liter capacity, and you've got different rim colors, so you can do with that. I believe we had a crossplay version of this as well in previous games. Oh, my mouse is in the middle of the screen. But I haven't seen anything yet here, but we'll keep it a lookout. If you needed a teeny tiny PC-only cultivator, well, we got you here, the Agro-Lift AP Raptor 2.6M. You got that right. 2.6 meter working with 80 horsepower is required at 90 miles per hour. Just get 9 miles an hour. Rollers, you've got tubular and you've got flat. And you've even got a frame color, which is very nice to be able to see the different options. I do like that orange. That looks good. Last mod we'll be showing in the game is the MMS Agriline FG 2000. It is a 2-ton weight. You can throw a hitch on the front of it, which is very nice to see. You've also got color options for quite a few different things, including the logo and the main color. Very nice. Ending it out in the mod hub for PC and Mac players, we have Placeable Overview. With this mod, you could quickly get an overview of all placeables. So that's farmhouses, stables, silos, productions, etc. Your own placeables are displayed first, and you can also teleport directly to a placeable through this menu. That's pretty cool. The following information is displayed for name, owner, daily upkeep, category, and description. The display can be called up with any key combination. Default is Shift and P. Next to last is Adjust Spray Levels. Is manure spreading not really worth it? Fear no more. This mod adds an in-game menu to adjust any fertilizer or lime usage. from 10% up to 200%. It saves adjustments in Save Game folder to be reapplied on load. Should work in multiplayer for admins to adjust levels, and compatible with most mods that adds additional spray types. And one that I would love to download, but unfortunately would cause me some issues doing mod videos, is Plant Soybeans with Seeders. Boy, it is back. I've missed it so much. This mod removes the limit of soybeans only being able to be planted by planters. Soybeans will now be available for planting with all seeders in the game. Lastly, today we have an update for PC and Mac players for the mod Realistic Weather, version 1.102. Fixed an issue causing certain mods to freeze the game. Fixed sprayers not increasing the moisture of every intended cell. Fixed sprayers not having a visible spray effect for water. Fixed wrapped bales being affected by rain. Possible fix for game occasionally temporarily freezing when saving. Lower the volume of certain ambient sounds. Lower the cost of passive irrigation. Sprayers are now limited to fields. Lowered the water usage of sprayers. Increased moisture gain through passive irrigation and spraying. Lowered passive moisture loss. And harvesting contracts should now account for withering and different moisture values across the field. And there you go. Now you know why I've got a batwing in front of some trees. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you are new and join the DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one in the future. And if you haven't seen it already, check out Farm Sim News from today, where we talked about some mod hub maintenance that's going to be going on Wednesday. I don't know if we'll have mods or not, but we'll have to wait and see. Nonetheless, have an awesome day. Happy Monday to you. We'll catch you in the next one.